What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to Tuesday night's late night agenda. We are 24 hours out from the Reds game against Wolves, and I'm going to take you through a good old-fashioned Liverpool news roundup. We're going to look at the club's financials that they released today. We're going to speak about the transfer gossip as well that's doing the rounds from the journos, and of course a little look ahead to tomorrow's game against Wolves. You know the score by now. I'm going to talk, but I want to know your thoughts. So let me know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video, and of course, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. Also, I don't know if you guys will be aware of this because I've only really spoken about it on Twitch, but Anfield Agenda will be soon launching tickets for our first ever live show in Dublin. It's going to be coming up on August the 4th, the bank holiday weekend. So yeah, keep an eye out for ticketing details and all that stuff. And again, appreciate your continued support. I wouldn't make this jump into doing a live show if I didn't think we had the support of our amazing community. So thank you guys so much for that. And again, yeah, let's get straight into it and let's have a little look-see at the club's accounts. So, as per David Lynch today from the Mail, David has put out a pretty good thread on Liverpool's financial situation, and this is the long and short of it, really. Media revenue has gone down by 5 million quid. That's up to 260, or excuse me, that's at 261 million pound. Match day revenue has rose dramatically, 83 million, obviously, and that is because of we're not in COVID. These are the first accounts back after fans are back inside the stadium. So match day revenue is up at 86 million, which is an 83 million increase, but for obvious reasons. Commercial revenue, that is up 29 million pound, up to 247 million for the year ending 21-22. Administrative costs are 545 million, up 69 million pound. Revenue in general is up to 594 million pound. 107 million increase on the season before, and most importantly, profit before tax is 7.5 million pound, which is an increase from the loss sustained before of 12.3 million. Now, what does this mean in the grand scheme of things is the really big question, and what we're concerned about as Liverpool fans is, will this mean money in the summer to spend? Well, the answer is yes and no. So again, I'm going to take you through some more of David Lynch's comments and let you guys decide for yourself. If you're somebody who is an accountant or is well versed on finances, please do let us know in the comment section what you think of this statement and what we should be looking out for. David Lynch said, I also understand that the balance of FSG's loan to the club remains at £71.4 million, with repayments having been sensibly paused during the pandemic. Again, that's to do with the main stand, the Annie Road extension and stuff like that. He said, big emphasis on the rising costs involved in running a football club in Liverpool's statement. Figures from the last 5 years make that hard to argue with. Staff costs are up 76%, administrative expenses up 70%, Anfield running costs up 40% has swallowed a lot of the growth. Are you thinking what I'm thinking right now? That this feels like it's been, the way he's been paid for the excuses for the summer transfer window. That's how I'm interpreting this. Again, I don't want to put words in anybody else's mouth. And David finally says, while long-term spending power should be improved by the imminent completion of the Anfield Road end, revenue up, cost down, these figures make clear that the short-term boost of selling a minority stake in Liverpool would be fairly handy ahead of what needs to be a big summer. So again, as per David here, he suggested that, look, things are okay, the club's in a fairly healthy state, but if we want to have the big summer that we're going to need to have, well then FSG are going to have to release some funds from somewhere, and it looks like the most probable way for them to do that is to sell off some equity. So again, it's a little scratch of the head for me and more uncertainty when I want certainty. We were led to believe here at Anfield Agenda, and I'm sure others as well, that when these statements came out, the financial reports, that it was going to be good reading, it was going to be positive reading, and it was going to make very clear that Liverpool can afford to act in the summer market with a bit more freedom. Again, that's why I'm looking for somebody out there who has more intimate knowledge of football finances or accounting practices in general to give us a little bit of a heads up on this one. So look, I'm going to twist it now. I'm going to move into speaking about what the journalists have been saying, and Fabrizio Romano has been saying that he expects Liverpool to pretty much be big in the summer. He said, I'm sure Liverpool will be one of the big teams to act in the summer transfer market. Again, this is all great, all what we want to hear, but action is what's required, and whilst I'm aware we can't get these deals done now, I do sincerely hope work is being done behind the scenes. A little bit of an update as well from Pepe Sierra, who said Liverpool will see Luis Diaz as a pillar of their project in the future. It's clear that a possible swap deal between Liverpool and AC Milan for Rafael Leao is not true. We brought this to you guys yesterday. Corriere dello Sport, I believe it was were mentioning that they think Liverpool could be up for a swap deal. I told you I thought it was absolute nonsense because, much like Mr. Sierra has said here, he is a pillar of our rebuilding. He is a very, very important cog in the wheel, and the closest thing we could have got to a Sadio Mane or replacement, in my humble opinion. With regards to Mason Mount, LFC Transfer Room have been reporting that, as per at Telly Football, Manchester United have also joined the race to sign Mason Mount in the summer, should he choose to move on from Chelsea. Again, I don't know how I feel about Mason Mount and Liverpool. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not really a signing that would get me up off my seat and excite me. And I also feel like, if the truth be told, in his heart of hearts, Mason Mount would like to stay at Chelsea because that's the club he's been at since he was a kid. So I don't know what happens there, but I have my own doubts about if Liverpool will actually pull the trigger on the deal. Now, if you said to me, Craig, we could sell Curtis Jones, replace him with another homegrown player in Mason Mount, and yes, it would cost a little bit of money on top of that. I'd be all for that. I can definitely say with a clear conscience I'd be for that. But if we're looking at like top 10 or top 5 midfield targets, Mason Mount isn't on my list. And then the final thing that I wanted to bring to you guys again today, as per the Anfield talk, is Liverpool are leading the race to sign Jude Bellingham this summer. Real Madrid and Manchester City are still in the race, but Liverpool are in pole position. Now, you didn't need Anfield talk. You didn't need Fabrizio Romano or anybody else to tell you what I've been telling everybody for the longest time. And that is exactly that Jude Bellingham is Liverpool's top choice. Liverpool are Jude Bellingham's top choice. This is all depending on the finances. And that's the one thing that, again, after all these reports and after everything that's been doing the rounds on social media, none of us have answers for just yet. Exactly how much money will there be in the kitty? Now, look, I'm not expecting FSG to come out and say, by the way, just to satisfy all the fans, we're going to be giving Jurgen Klopp 250 million in the summer. You just hope that behind the scenes that work is being done and that Jurgen Klopp is getting the reassurances that he needs. Now, with regards to updates on injuries and stuff, we are only basically down to 2 players injured at this point, Thiago and Lucho Diaz, and both of them are working their way back to fitness. Darwin is back training, which is absolutely wonderful news ahead of the game against Wolves tomorrow. Hopefully he can take a full part in it because we're a stronger team with Darwin in it. Jurgen Klopp's also been saying as well today that he does expect Liverpool to finally start getting results, to finally start putting wins together. And he said if any group can do it, it is this group. But we have to start tomorrow. It has to be 3 points and then hopefully follow that up with 3 points against Manchester United at the weekend. This is going to be, and I feel like I've said this a lot, but I'm really serious. I'm deadly serious. This is going to be a defining week in our season. We certainly won't be able to guarantee a Champions League place by the end of this week, but we will probably want to avoid doing ourselves any more damage because we don't really have wiggle room. So that is where I am at, my friends. Now it is over to you. Let me know your thoughts on the finances, obviously the transfer links, and most importantly, how confident or lack of confident are you feeling ahead of the game tomorrow? Myself, I think we'll do it. I think we'll do it, and I think we'll do it relatively comfortably. But then again, I'm an optimist. What was that? Craig, you're not an optimist. Shut up. All you ever do is moan. Okay, I hear you. But look, deep down, I'm an optimist. I love the club. I want us to do well. And nothing would make me happier than coming back on here tomorrow night with you guys at about 10:15 and celebrating a thorough Liverpool victory. Mohamed Salah goal, Darwin goal, everybody happy, looking ahead to the game against United. So fingers crossed that's where we are at tomorrow. Yeah, that's it for me. I'll talk to you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.